And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway here in London. And look at this. Right away, loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Griffin. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is RG3. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Griffin. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Maybe a free play here for Griffin. That'll be caught by Rice. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the 1st as he's dropped at the 46. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Griffin. Complete once again to Watson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Fourth down. Here's RG3. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Got it. Ready? 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
So here's Vick following the interception. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you thought saying touchdown there, didn't you? partner, that looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Vick's throw there, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. To throw, Vick. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
4th down, Vick. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 3 yards out. And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Griffin. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. Steps away to his left. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing, Vick. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
19 sight, 19.
On 3rd down, Vick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals drive about to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
70 Rangers, 79 Broncos, 19 Lions, Mustang 19.
Griffin. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now it's Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Stop low, 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Go.
Now Griffin. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
18, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll indeed go for it with Griffin. And that is incomplete. Real head scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Isaiah Likely. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
19 Lions.
On first down, Griffin. Open man right side is Rice. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On second down, here's Griffin. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 19 tight, 19 tight, Warriors 17.
Out of the gun, Griffin. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They'll try and throw for it here. That one caught by Rice. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. To throw again is Griffin. That's laid out deep for Rice. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos, 19 Lions, Mustang 19, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Griffin. That's laid out deep for Rice. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
7 Pirates, 19 tight, 19 tight.
From the gun, it's Griffin. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 4th down coming up. What do you expect?
They've gone for it time after time. They haven't punted yet. I don't know what's right anymore.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Warriors 17, Cup 19, Cup 19, Buffalo 18, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Final play of the half. It's Griffin. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Ready.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The safety Ed Reed there to make the play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down, Vic. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. On the give, here comes Jackson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll try to throw it here. Vick. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give. It's Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
19 sack, Warriors 17. Cut 19.
Now Griffin on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
Second and 10, once again, Griffin. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 79 Broncos.
Once again, Griffin. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
19 Lions. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Got it. Ready.
They'll run here with Bo. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Short throw complete to Gronkowski. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bo Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run again with Jackson, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 2nd down, Griffin. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11, Dragon 60, Trap 60, Trap 60. Ready, ready.
To throw is RG3. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
18 Rattler, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 79 Broncos, 19 Lions, Mustang 19.
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5. Throwing again, Griffin. He's going to let it fly. That ball is caught on the full extension down by the Hall of Famer Rice. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
19 tight, 19 tight, Warriors 70, Cup 19, Cup 19, Buffalo 18, Panther 11, Panther 11, ready?
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here we go,
2nd and 10.
Dragon 60, Trap 60, Trap 60, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, let go.
Griffin. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
19 Lions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Mustang 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 18 Pioneer, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bucks, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
7-yard gain. That's another Bengals first down. First down and goal to go.
Ready? Nineteen tight. Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
One last shot for RG3. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
70 Rangers. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Mustang 19.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll